Saturday, 6th of June 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. Dissolution within days. Justice Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said yesterday that the no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was a futile exercise because President Maithripala Sirisena would dissolve Parliament within the next few days. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. I'll dissolve Parliament soon after 20th A is tabled. MS. President Maithripala Sirisena has informed several political party leaders and civil society organization heads who supported him at the presidential election that he would dissolve Parliament irrespective of whether the 20th Amendment was passed or not, after tabling it in Parliament next week. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. International Arbitration Centre opened. Sri Lanka's commercial law, which is based on Roman Dutch law and British company law, needs to be modernized. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday. He expressed these views at the opening of Sri Lanka's first International Arbitration Centre in Colombo. Mr. Wickremesinghe said Sri Lanka needed to modernize its commercial law to curb financial frauds and commercial crimes which have increased in the recent past. Let's look at another highlight from Daily Mirror. CWC to continue as UPFA ally. In the wake of three upcountry Tamil parties deciding to join hands with the United National Party, Arumugam Tondaman-led Ceylon Workers' Congress said yesterday it would continue as an ally of the United People's Freedom Alliance. More highlights from Daily Mirror. President determined to go ahead with 20th A. President Maithripala Sirisena, who is determined to have the 20th Amendment approved before Parliament is dissolved, has called for a special cabinet meeting on Monday to take a final decision on electoral reforms, Daily Mirror reliably learns. He has also called for a party leaders meeting at his residence in Vijayarama Mawatha to arrive at a consensus on the proposed electoral reforms. More highlights from Daily Mirror. UNP SLFP agreement only a dream, Nimal Siripala. I challenge the minister to produce a copy of the agreement if one exists. The new Prime Minister will be decided by the people and not by the minister. Opposition leader Nimal Siripala de Silva yesterday dismissed the claim made by UNP Deputy Leader and Minister Sajith Premadasa that the SLFP and the UNP had reached an agreement to form a national government after the next general election and that Ranil Wickremesinghe would be its Prime Minister. Mr. De Silva said the SLFP had not reached any such agreement either with the UNP or with any other political party. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. No faith motion against Ranil given to Speaker. The opposition handed over the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa at his residence on Thursday night, United People's Freedom Alliance MP Bandula Gunawardena said. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Writ application filed before Court of Appeal. Abolish FCID. Reverend L.A. Gunawangsa and Professor Carlo Fonseca yesterday filed a writ application in the Court of Appeal requesting the court to abolish the Financial Crime Investigation Division. The petitioners filed this writ application citing the Inspector General of Police as a respondent and also requested court to declare the Gazette notification issued to set up the FCID as illegal. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Parliament dissolution after 20th A. President Maithripala Sirisena has decided to dissolve Parliament soon after the 20th Amendment to the Constitution has been adopted. More highlights from Ceylon today. Kurunegala Mayor's house attacked. Kurunegala Mayor Anuradha Gamini Peramunage's residence came under attack by 4 suspects around midnight yesterday. The suspects, who have since been identified, had come in a vehicle, the police media unit told Ceylon today. More highlights from Ceylon today. General elections scheduled next year. Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya said that a general election as well as elections to local government institutions will fall due in the course of next year. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Special unit to probe commercial crimes. The Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday that a special investigative unit will be established to probe commercial crimes. Let's look another highlight from Ceylon today. General election, UPFA wants nominations. Constituent parties of the United People's Freedom Alliance are expected to immediately submit the Secretary of the Main Nominations Committee under the leadership of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party a list of candidates they propose to field at the upcoming general election as candidates of the UPFA. Now let's see the paper highlights from Daily News. Mega development projects. Arbitrary decisions caused massive damage to environment. President. Some mega development projects enacted without proper environmental assessment reports or while ignoring them in the last 5 to 6 years caused massive damage to the country's environment. President Maithripala Sirisena observed yesterday. The harmful impacts of such arbitrary decisions taken by politicians will be felt not only by the future generation but for generations to come as well, he said. Mitigating their ill effects on environment has become a dilemma to the government, the president added. Another highlight from Daily News. Armed gang attacks Kurunegala mayor's house. An armed gang attacked the house of Kurunegala Mayor Gamini Paramunage early yesterday, damaging windows and doors. Police said the gang, armed with swords, clubs and crowbars, also damaged a car park in the compound. The windscreen of the car was completely damaged, police said. Another highlight from Daily News. State health sector drugs at uniformed prices. All drugs issued by the state health sector in the future will be of high quality and uniform prices, Health and Indigenous Medicine Ministry sources said. According to sources, the Health and Indigenous Medicine Ministry directly purchases medical drugs from local manufacturers on a 5-year buyback guarantee to help promote the local pharmaceutical industry. Let's see another highlight from Daily News. Bribery Commission Chairman sold me out. He missold members of the House. Bribery Commission Director General Dilrukshi Dayas Wickramasinghe said yesterday she was sold out by the Commission's chairman, Justice Jagat Balapata Bendi, when he met the Speaker over an inquiry on former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. She also admitted that there was a heated argument between the commissioners of the Bribery Commission over this matter during a meeting on April 22nd, a day after Balapata Bendi met Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa for a discussion on the functioning of the Commission. Let's move to another highlight from Daily News. Supreme Court no more under government control. PM. Government is only facilitating its smooth function. Unlike the previous regime, the present government under the leadership of Maithripala Sirisena will not intervene with the activities of the Supreme Court. Prime Minister Ranil Wickramasinghe said the Supreme Court is no more under the control of the government, he said. More highlights from Daily News. NCM against PM handed over. The no confidence motion moved against Prime Minister Ranil Wickramasinghe by a group of parliamentarians was handed over to the Parliamentary Secretary General Dhammika Dasanayaka last evening. According to UPFA parliamentarian Ranjit Soisa, the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister was handed over to the Parliamentary Secretary General with 112 signatories. Let's look another highlight from Daily News. Import taxes on potatoes, big onions reduced. The special commodity levy on imported potatoes and big onions was reduced from midnight yesterday. The import tax on potatoes has been reduced from Rs 55 to Rs 30 per kilo, while the import tax on big onions has been reduced 30 rupees to 10 rupees per kilogram, a finance ministry spokesman told the Daily News. Another highlight from Daily News. Avant-Garde ordered to keep official documents secured and safe. Nilupuli Lankapura yesterday ordered the chairman of Avant-Garde Maritime Service Private Limited to keep safe and secure the originals of all documents pertaining to financial transaction and administrative affairs of the company. Another highlight from Daily News. Dissolving Parliament before its expiry date is undemocratic, Deputy Media Minister. Dissolving Parliament before its expiry date is against democracy, Deputy Media Minister Shantha Bandara. Addressing the media at the Information Department yesterday, Bandara said members of Parliament were elected to serve the country till April next year. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we will bring you more tomorrow.